Yeah, so check this out. So if you've been looking for a hip hop album that's gritty, street, hard hitting, and focused on making you feel the content, look no further. So, all right, let's get to it. Today, today's review on music and movies with Esco. It's a hip hop album, a 2020 release uh, during the pandemic year by Heat Rock Scola. Um, who is Heat Rock Scola? Well, to my knowledge, cool guy, cool lyricist, straight out of Baltimore. A cat that is really talented and been showing his metal and skill set for a long time. So it's time to highlight his 2020 release, Heat Rock Scola. Keep It a Stack is the name of the album. Pictures right there so you can see it. So, um, I also think Heat Rock has a podcast, if I'm correct. Don't quote me. I think it's called Keep It a Stack. So check that out too. And his music, he has other albums. It's on all streaming platforms. Check that out too. All right, let's get into this. So with Keep It a Stack, if I remember correctly, the first thing I noticed when I heard this album was a guy who was spitting with fervor, conviction, and purpose around production that was sonically crisp and well put together. So when you take great production and very good to great lyricism, you got yourselves a great piece of work. And for me, I enjoyed this project thoroughly. First listen, second listen, fifth listen, 15th, 20th listen. I really enjoyed it. And for me, it was very much a street album that was layered um, in the context of talking about everything that you know the street life to be, what you would go through. So you get your introspective tracks, you get turn up tracks, but with lyricism, and it all feels like it's etched in that 90s territory, but it does not feel stale at all. See, from the first track, official track for the people featuring Stir, um, I was like, man, this is giving me AZ vibes, but it never felt like it was copied. Emulated, maybe, but this completely felt like this was his spin, Heat Rock spin, on a style that, let's be honest, gets overlooked. That's pure lyricism. That's getting overlooked these days, unfortunately, in many ways. So keep in mind, this album is from 3 years ago. It has aged very, very well, might I add. So from there, Keep It a Stack and Intuition, tracks 3 and 4, both very, very good songs. They might even be great. What am I saying? I was really taken away by the fact that Keep It a Stack with a smooth production tone. He's just on cruise control. Heat Rock is on total cruise control, but it's an immaculate track. Picture that. Seemed like he in his zone. It was effortlessly done, and it's a definite winner on this album. Same thing with Intuition. They go together cohesively. And from there, Wanna Be There with the classic AZ sample, soulful sample, Heat Rock. I'm assuming some of his partners was on that track with him. That's a great track. Sold a lot of, such a highlight. Sold a lot of is one of the tracks that got the most replay value from me. Sold a lot of, dang, man, that song was off the meat rack. Right Now comes in with a slow melody beat, and then the beat switches, and then from there, Heat Rock's just beating us over the head with bars. It's almost like we're in prison, the way he hitting us with bars. It's a great, hard hitting, bone crushing track. And then from Right Now, Visiting Room. That's just completely bonkers, especially in terms of production. That beat is just ferocious on Visiting Room. And I think for me, Heat Rock he basically left the stratosphere on this song, Visiting Room. Uh, Definite highlight. 110% it was dope. Uh, and then if we go from there, we get What the People Say. That's a very solid track. Very solid. Skip ahead just a little bit. Picasso featuring Chaz Moody. Heat Rock done his thing, man. They both did their thing. Him and Chaz. Picasso, a standout cut. Boom Trap, possibly my favorite song on the album. I think Boom Trap is one of the best hip hop songs I've heard in the past 5 years. And then Sinatra, that goes cohesively with Boom Trap. It's not related, but the cohesion on this project is immaculate, man. Um, like, I really, this album is dope, and it still is. Great replay value, great production, great lyricism, great content. I hope y'all can hear me well on here. If not, just crack the volume all the way up. Yeah, and then you get an outro and an intro, which those are pretty good too. Yeah, I give this album like 8.5 out of 10. That might have been my original rating too. I rock with this. Heat Rock, well done, man. I only reviewed it at the time on a Facebook group, but to be able to do it on my channel, yeah, I hope y'all get this album a shot. If you into hip hop, download this, stream this. You know, the title is right there, the album title and the artist name. Heat Rock Scola, doing big things, good dude, good lyricism. You know, hey, gotta support, man. Cause see, a lot of times I just be interviewing artists, but never even had a convo with them. Heat Rocker, a solid dude, man. Y'all check out the album. Check out the other content. He got other albums. Check out his podcast. Cause I'm gonna say it like this. I don't know about y'all, but I'm about to go listen to some more of this 2020 album because it's been a minute since I heard it. Keep it a stat. Might have to play it the rest of the night. I'm gonna put it on. The finals is going, and yeah, just let it rock. Or I might ride around after the finals and let it bump. Why? Because it's a great album. That's why. I'm out.